Hello, and welcome to Scallywag. This is my 2008 Sea Dory 22-foot cruiser. I bought it in 2015, and it was what I was looking for a long time. I think I spent maybe close to 5 years looking for a boat. First, we were looking for sailboats. By we, I mean my wife and I. But as time passed, we figured out that between moorage and time out on the water, trying to get from point A to point B, that wasn't going to be the best bet for us. So in 2014, we had the opportunity of going out on another 22-foot Sea Dory and really loved everything about it. It's kind of tough to tell right now because things are a little torn apart, and I'll explain a little more here in a minute with that. But we love the cabin setup. We like the ability for us to be able to stay the night on it. Really, just everything about it worked for us. It's a very light boat. It was easy for us to tow with the vehicle that we had at that time. She weighs about 2,000 pounds without the motors dry. I'd say everything together, probably about 3,500 pounds. Overall, a really great Northwest boat. Unfortunately, what you see here on the floor here is delamination of the core. There's 1.5 inch balsa core that was laminated. And from one cutout section, you can kind of see how bad everything had just deteriorated. The damage was over approximately a month's time period is where we started really noticing the soft spot on the floor. At first, we didn't think it was going to be such a big deal. When we bought this boat, it had 18 hours total on the water time. It had never been in the salt water. It had 18 hours one motor, 14 hours another motor. Really had been garage kept and babied the whole time. I've got a complete survey prior to purchasing the boat. The survey was done out of Oregon. Realistically, the guy said we couldn't have bought a newer boat if we had bought it on the showroom floor. So we were ecstatic. For the last 4 and some change years, we've thoroughly enjoyed this boat. We've added a bunch of add-ons. We've put downriggers on. We have a pot puller. I've made modifications to electronics, radar, chart plotter. Changed up the way to fish it in the back with a on top of the cooler rack, kind of a nice little platform to be able to cut up your bait, a bait table. So we just thoroughly use this boat, and we're sitting at roughly about 500 hours. So in July, we started noticing a soft spot just right back here in the galley. Mainly, we just kind of minded it. I thought it was local. I never had any water pulling up. Never really saw any real worry for a reason to have to worry about it being that big of a deal. Boat's never been grounded, no issues whatsoever, no damage external. So in August, I had the opportunity of taking this boat up to Nootka Sound with 2 of my other friends. During that time, once again, we kind of minded the floor. We kind of, didn't put direct pressure right there, stepped around it, and once again, thought it was just a localized area causing the issue. I came home, and like life, I had to go to work. I spent time overseas working. And when I got a chance to come home, I decided now's the time to tackle the process of trying to get it fixed. I spent a lot of time on Andy Miller's Boatworks Today YouTube website. And I really thought this was going to be a simple repair and very local to that area. Unfortunately, as I started to cut away, and you can kind of see down below here, it goes up underneath this dinette table. So as it looks now, I think I'm going to have to cut out the whole molded in section of this side of the dinette to be able to get underneath, get back to the floor, and get all of that rot out of there. I'm hoping with this video and more to follow, I'm going to do a time lapse of removing some more of the stuff. I wish I would have started this from the get-go, but it didn't occur to me until after I'd already opened it up and thought, you know what, I could really use the help. So I'm going to send this video to Andy in hopes that along with this patron website, which I have full intentions on subscribing to and utilizing his help and his expertise to hopefully do something remotely to be able to do repair on this boat and get her back to work. The one thing about this boat is it's ours. It's my wife and ours boat. We still owe on it. I wish I was more of a dishonest person to where I could just throw a quick patch over the top of this, repaint it, make it look like brand new, and turn around and sell it to the next person. But I don't have it in me. So this is our boat. For better or for worse, this is something that I'm going to have to deal with, and I'm going to repair. And hopefully I'll be able to repair it and make it stronger and better than it was from the beginning. Once again, we really enjoy the time we're able to spend on this boat. Really, it's breaking my wife's heart that we're not out fishing right now. Area 10 just opened up here in the Puget Sound. So to Andy, I hope you decide to jump in and take on this project with me. If not, I'll still be a patron to your page and hopefully be able to spend some time on either Facebook or Skype or one of the two to be able to communicate back and forth and get your help with this project. Other than that, I've got a lot of work to do on this boat with just this repair. There's also some other areas, small areas of concern that I got to take care of. Some cosmetic, some I'm a little concerned with some other areas that could be getting rot. I've got a couple aft hatches that need some attention. I'm thinking about taking the foam out of the front V-berth section of this boat that a lot of people have done in the Sea Brats group. I guess I should take a minute to talk about the Sea Brats group. They're a great resource. It's online for any sea dory boats, whether it's a 16 foot to a 25 to a Tomcat. They offer all kinds of boats. And the Sea Brats group is just a wealth of knowledge to be able to get information about these boats. Anything and everything, traveling, modifications. They're another great resource that I use a lot. So my hopes is be able to make some more of the modifications that I want, be able to fix the issues that I've got here, and hopefully be able to get her back on the water in a short amount of time and go back to enjoying what we love to do on this boat, which is shrimping, which is coming up in May, as well as lingcod and halibut. We spend tons of time salmon fishing. One more thing about us is we're in Pacific Northwest. We're in Washington State on Whidbey Island. We spent a lot of time out in the San Juan Islands. Spent a lot of time taking the boat just right out here local, out of our local marina, going out for crab and salmon, which is, as much as people like to complain about the fishing in Washington State, really we get pretty much year-round fishing, which is fantastic. Maybe you have to pick up and run to one spot or the other, but Washington offers a ton of opportunity for fishing and enjoying a boat like this, especially with a cabin and a heater, and it's really great. So anyhow, I'll close out and say, hey Andy, I hope you're willing to help me take on this project. And either way, I'll be setting up some time lapses. I'll be setting up some videos and just kind of going through what I'm seeing and what I'm working on and trying to fix. So anyhow, thanks guys. Take care.